In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to dodge and burn in Darktable. Dodging and burning are classic techniques from the film Darkroom, and in Darktable, we'll achieve them in a clean, controlled way using the exposure module. The goal is simple: selectively brighten areas that need attention and darken parts that should recede, guiding the viewer's eye and adding depth without over-processing. Start by opening your photo in the Darkroom view and locating the exposure module. Create a new instance of exposure so this adjustment stays separate from any global exposure changes. Working in a dedicated instance keeps things flexible and easy to tweak later. In this new instance, click the mask icon to enable local adjustments. That opens up the tools we need to target specific parts of the image. Choose a drawn mask. You'll see options like brush, circle, and path. The brush is great for freehand work and organic shapes. The circle works well for round highlights or faces. And the path tool excels at precise, irregular selections with smooth curves. Pick the one that best suits the area you're adjusting. Now, paint over the parts of the image where you want to change brightness. Think about the story of your photo. Light areas can pull attention to a subject, while darker areas can reduce distractions. Keep your strokes deliberate and controlled. If you're working with the brush, adjust your stroke size for accuracy and build up coverage gradually so it's easy to keep things subtle. Once your mask is in place, adjust the exposure slider. Push it up to dodge, which lightens the masked area, or pull it down to burn, which darkens it. Small moves go a long way. Start with gentle changes, like a few tenths of a stop, and then refine from there. The aim is to enhance existing light, not to create harsh patches. To ensure the effect blends smoothly, feather or blur the mask. Feathering softens the edges of your selection so the transition feels natural, while mask blur spreads the effect slightly beyond the selection to avoid visible borders. Increase these just enough that you can't see where the adjustment begins or ends. If the effect looks too strong, back off the exposure or reduce the mask's strength to keep it believable. That's the entire workflow. A new exposure instance, a drawn mask, paint the areas you want to influence, brighten to dodge, darken to burn, and then feather or blur for smooth transitions. With a light touch and careful masks, you'll guide the viewer's eye and bring your images to life.